Snow White's Rachel Zegler backed the cancellation of Johnny Depp while throwing in with Amber Heard, and proactively tried canceling Gina Carano and others as well. And now it's her turn, with even the media getting involved and saying, hey, people are comparing her to folks like AH because of what she's had to say about Disney's Snow White. Yeah, it's amazing when you think about how this person, they tried to cancel many people. That includes not one, but two people tied to Disney. Now they're upset because they have been self-canceling the world over. People have been pointing out, saying, this person, they don't deserve to have a job anymore. You and I, we're going to talk about this stuff today, too. Oh, man. This is fun times. This is fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. So right now, Snow White's Rachel Zegler, she has the cancellation crosshairs on her, with brand managers talking about how she is poison for the Disney brand, for the Snow White brand, how it'll take forever to get trust back, essentially calling for a job. She doesn't like that, even though she has tried to cancel many other people in the past. There is proof of it all over her social media, too. Some of this is indirect. Here you can see somebody decided they were going to go through all of her likes. There are a lot of them, 92,300. And you'll notice right here, she likes a little post, I believe Amber Heard. Now, to make this very clear, too, this isn't the only time that she got involved in the cancellation of JD. In fact, there was one notorious moment. This came up July 1st. You had JD post about the win in the courtroom. After that, you had AH's PR. They started passing around names, talking about people that supported JD, essentially making a cancellation list. And from what I understand, she made it very, very clear that she wasn't involved with him at all. Again, you take that, you take the likes of AH. She supported the cancellation of somebody that's not only a random in Hollywood, but somebody that worked with the exact same company that now she finds herself in trouble with. Now, taking aim at Disney employees wasn't a one-off. You don't stop with Captain Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean. In fact, a lot of that, it seems to have started with Gina Carano. She seemed to be very comfortable with that. This was in the middle of that mob that went after Gina Carano. She had ended up putting beep, bop, boop in her profile. Why? Because she had a Twitter mob coming after her. They were making demands of her. They were telling you need to do X, Y, or Z or else. So she decided that she was going to comment in the way that she wanted to. And the mob that included Rachel Zegler, they made her pay for that. They ended up costing her talent agency. They decided to, quote unquote, let her go. That's essentially firing there. Plus you have firing that comes up in the aftermath. And Gina Carano in 2023, by the way, she responds to the Rachel Zegler controversy by saying boop. That's right, boop to one of her comments. I thought that was kind of hilarious. How that stuff, it turns. People understand you've tried to destroy their lives. If you look at this, though, this is what she had to say then in 2020. Do not make fun of pronouns. And again, this isn't just random commentary. If you look at how many likes that this thing gets, it gets 23,400 likes. Nowadays, we're actually shown how much traffic that embeds. This would have had millions of embedded views on that. This would have been shared in the media. You would have had headlines off of it and more. You have 3,698 people that decide that they're going to share this too, which is going to chain link all to that other stuff. And again, this ends with Gina Carano getting fired with Star Wars Mandalorian. The second part here, they are not a joke. Pronouns are validating. Pronouns are cool. Put your pronouns in your bio. I wear my pronouns on a button sometime. It's a good thing, bye. And again, not random commentary on pronouns. This is a response to people trying to make Gina Carano do something, and when she does something they don't like, they decide to mob up and destroy her, and it ends up working. If you look at how many likes that gets on it, too, 2,863. This ends up getting shared 250 times as well. Then the last part, and I think this is always ironic because she says, it's a fun time to remind you all to love Pedro Pascal. He was thrown around quite a bit in the cancellation of Gina Carano. You know, folks like Rachel Zegler, they would have had a field day canceling him too if he ever stepped out of line. And you notice how much traffic this gets? This gets 1,900 likes. So again, this thing is getting quite a bit of traction. And it didn't matter back then that Gina Carano made it very clear this was not targeting anyone at all. This was basically, it was sticking up a certain finger, and it was telling people that said you have to do something. It was telling them, okay, I'm going to do something. Hey, do you like this? And yeah, they didn't at all. But she said, I ended up putting beep bop boop in my Twitter bio, and it was 100% to go after the Twitter mob that was telling you what to do. It had zero to do with going after the trans community. Just me personally, I'm not trying to target anybody or to go after anybody. Yeah, then 2023 rolls around and you notice Gina Carano, she has the last laugh. 3 years after the fact, after somebody tried to destroy her life, she responds to Rachel Zegler, basically trying to head off this controversy with one simple comment. Boop. I thought that was hilarious. Now, what's really funny to all of this is the fact that when you fast forward through her cancellation attempts, you get to her basically self-canceling. Yeah, you find media, places like Cosmic Book News, props to them by the way, there are other places noting this stuff as well, having her compared to AH because of all of this blowback. You see the headline there? Rachel Zegler compared to Brie Larson in AH over Disney's Snow White. The reason these comparisons are being made, by the way, isn't because of something that happened or supported on. No, it's because, just like AH, she is considered brand poison. In fact, you had the Daily Mail talk about this. They did an exclusive talking to branding experts, and those branding experts, they warned that the Rachel Zegler backlash could ruin Disney's big budget Snow White remake. I would say yes, this movie is going to flop. There is no way to undo that stuff, and predict that executives will be having crisis talks in order to win back fans ahead of 2024 release. And that's happening right now, by the way. You have crisis talks going on. You have Disney. They don't have any idea how to deal with this stuff. It is something to behold. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. Cancel others? Get canceled? That's interesting, isn't it? Leave the comments and check out the links if you want to help out the channel. Share this too. Thank you. Gonna end here. See ya.